All right, hello and welcome to the stream. We are here with a little bit of a late start. I apologize. I tend to get sidetracked a little bit easily, but I hope that everybody is doing all right. I am going to be here with Don Jovi here in a little bit, and we are going to be playing the Blackout Club. Blackout Club has been a pretty interesting game, although has that always been there? Oh, you can't even see what I'm looking at. Become the stalker. Oh, cool. Okay. You guys did not see any of that, but I'm going to show you as soon as I switch over to the game. As always, I'm your host, Llama, and I already said, did I already say that? I don't know, I'm not sure. So, playing Blackout Club, Don Jovi, I already said that. And then I'm going to be back on Wednesday or I'm here on Wednesday, be back Thursday and Friday. Wow. Things are a mess. I'm going to take a drink of water. So, we are going to be here with my boy Don Jovi pretty soon. He is doing the intro on his stream as well. I hope that everybody is having a good day. I've been having a pretty alright day. I got an air filter, and I think that is helping out with my breathing in here. Which is pretty nice because I've been coughing for like a couple weeks. As you might have noticed on stream, I have it turned off though at the moment because it creates a lot of static in the microphone. And then also after we're done with the Blackout Club, we are going to be playing some Biped. Biped's a really fun game. I'm actually really looking forward to being able to play that. We are, I think, gonna play all the way through this one first. Let's see.
As I overturn my water and spill it all over myself. What a great hydrate.
All right, so I am still waiting on Don Jovi to get done with his intro. I'm going to jump back in the chat and bring in Eternity just so that he can be here with us. Hey, Eternity.
What's up?
Oh, not much. Just did an intro. It was kind of chaotic, as would kind of be expected out of me, I think, at this point. But, oh well. So how are you doing as a magical girl?
I'm trying to find a bunch of spirit tortoises, but I can't locate them.
Spirit tortoises? What do the spirit tortoises do?
They get killed by me.
Okay. Alright, so you're a tortoise murderer.
I mean, if you want to call people who work at a farm like cow killers or cow murderers, then I suppose.
Well, not every single farm kills cows, but a lot of them do milk cows.
Well, to be fair, you know what I meant, so this conversation is pointless.
No, I'm not going to say that. I almost said all conversations are pointless, but not all conversations are pointless. Conversations are meaningful and helpful.
I'd have to disagree with that.
Yeah, I was ready to say all conversations are pointless, but no, that's not it.
Oh, yeah, if that's how you think about it, then Jesus.
Hey, don't bring myself into this, okay?
I'll bring you inside of wherever I want, friend.
That sounds mildly inappropriate. I also just did a sin too, so that wasn't very good either. I'm not supposed to claim to be Jesus.
Sins don't exist.
You don't exist. You were just a figment of my imagination. We're in the Matrix. Life is a lie.
And I wouldn't have to go to work, and I wouldn't have to spend money on things, and...
Well, if you didn't exist, you wouldn't have money, and having money is pretty nice.
Yes, but being required to have money is not so nice.
But are you really required to have money?
If I didn't want to live like a fucking hobo. I guess if I were pretty, I could live without money. I'm not pretty, so it doesn't count.
Do not say
What's
such
up, fellas?
things. You know what? Eternity is trying to say that he's not pretty, and that
No, I was trying to say that I'm not pretty enough to live off my body.
okay, that's actually
Fair.
true. Yeah, I actually agree with that.
I think we need to stop telling people to like believe they're fantastically beautiful and just accept people at face value. I think anyone could enhance the way they look. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't think because you're average that you have to just look average. I think you could increase the way you look to other people by getting in better physical shape, changing your style and your wardrobe. So, like, I think there's ways people can improve the way they look. But I mean, like, a 6 ain't gonna be a 10, bro. That's for men and women across. Like, 6 ain't gonna be a 10.
That requires
Well,
more money.
A 6 to one person
it
is a
could be,
10 to
but
another.
With all due respect, Llama, I think your ideals are blue pill.
It,
They're
it's not
reality,
my
bro.
opinion. Like, well, so there are people that are like 6s to one person, but 10s to another, and that's relatively indisputable.
That's relative to scale. That's just like I'm trying to think of the term. Like humans by default, most species by default end up breeding around the scale side that they fit into. So like people don't really jump between like being like a 5 dating a 10 or like potentially jump huge scale sets like that. They end up sorting into like sortative mating. They end up fitting in around the range that they end up being at.
But what I'm saying is that a 6 is not objectively a 6. There are people that view something as a 6, whereas other people would view it as a 7 or an 8 or a 2. It just depends on the person, and it could be any number of factors depending on what people consider important. It doesn't mean that everybody's beautiful, but one person's 10 is another person's 6.
I think that there are a lot of things that are beautiful to the wider variety of people, and then there's some things that are very specific that outliers enjoy.
I think that someone can find you attractive. I understand what you're saying, but I think that humans by default have a scale of beauty that people fall into.
Yes, like so you think.
So I think a 6 is a 6 by default. I understand where you're coming from, Llama, and I think that people find other things attractive in each other. But I think that I think statistically we have a general scale of what we find attractive, and that most people would agree with it.
So while in part,
I do have them muted, Jank. Thank you.
While in part I agree with you, it also like it depends on where you are in the world. What one person from one culture is going to consider attractive is completely different from one person of another culture, and that is shown fairly conclusively. And like what
I kind of disagree with that too. I think cultural differences stand by just traditions that we have, but I think that masculinity and femininity across board are pretty standard, and I think that the things that men and women find attractive are more we have more things alike across cultures than we have that separate us when we're selecting mates.
But there's a lot of factors involved there. Like, so for example, whether or not a person is muscular is probably going to be relatively the same. But there's other things such as like skin tone, whether or not facial hair is considered attractive, whether or not other factors that certain groups might not consider being a huge deal would be a huge deal to others. And those are all differences in attraction that are going to show differently across different cultures in different areas. And like, and that's pretty, from what I understand, that's pretty well shown.
I think that most things that people find attractive that are cultural based are behaviors, which aren't necessarily like an attraction cue for people.
So just as an example, do you think that a beard is going to be equally attractive in the Middle East as it is in Japan?
I think that, yes, actually, I think that women find beards attractive across the board, across cultures.
I think that's a terrible example, because that's going back to what Jovi said about culture. It's got nothing to do with attractiveness. In the Middle East, you're expected to have a beard, because it's part of the religion, it's part of the culture there.
Well,
hey, Jake,
so
welcome.
like anywhere, and hello, Jink, but like if you go to other places, whether or not a beard is considered attractive is gonna be different depending on where you go. Not saying that there's not people that are gonna be finding it attractive one way or the other, but if you go to Japan, it's gonna be a lot less attractive to a Japanese woman than it is gonna be to somebody in the States or the Middle East, and that's just because of differences in the way that the people broadly are.
Yeah, and like Jovi said, I think that's partly due to culture.
That's what I was saying, though.
So you guys are agreeing then?
No, he was saying that attraction is the same everywhere, and what I was saying is that cultural differences can lead to differences in attraction, where somebody who's attractive in Japan might not necessarily be attractive everywhere else. Somebody who's attractive to one person is not necessarily attractive to another person. There's differences in attraction depending on the people, and it varies depending on where you're at and the type of person. One person's 6 is going to be another person's 10.
I disagree. Statistically, they disagree. If you look at the statistics that they've collected from the dating profiles, most women find an ideal man attractive. The attraction scale for women is very slim, and it's very, very dependent on the A-frame of males, which is very like the Greco-Roman era look, V-tapered off men, six-pack like showing abs, very light muscularity, beard. I mean, beard can kind of sit where you are, but to be honest, I think that a part of that is more of an cultural base than it is like actual attraction, and that just depends on how the woman is raised, and maybe the male influences in her life. But I think statistically, honestly, I don't even think it's.
Do you think
statistically,
the
it's
other way
been
around?
proven that way.
Do you think it's the same the other way around for men?
For men, to a degree.
Because I would agree with the women. I think like you look at statistics, men like women like a particular kind of man. They're like tall men. Like for example, almost always like it's a tall, muscular man. Do you think men the other way?
I think men just have a very wide range of sexual attraction, and that just boils down to men wanting to reproduce with as much as they can.
Oh, so what you're saying is
men will pretty much fuck anything.
Yeah. Okay. But now you're getting into more. I think you're getting more into preference rather than what's actually considered attractive.
I mean, like, so for like men, if we're talking about the.
Because I think if we gauged the people here, you'd probably find that everyone would kind of agree that the same kind of things are attractive in a woman. You know, a certain level of height, like a certain range of height, a certain waist size, a certain chest size. I think whether or not your personal preference is wider than that because you take what you can get in the market that you're in, it's different. Right? But I think attraction. I think.
I think people's ideal sexual mate ends up being more similar across the board than we're willing to admit. That I understand where Llama's coming from, but I think it actually boils down to us being more alike than we're willing to admit. And I think that's because we're just biologically built. I think a lot of things are our subconscious that we run on, and we don't even realize that we're looking for those things.
I think there's two elements to it. I think Llama's right. Actually, like there's certain cultural aspects that you can't ignore. In certain cultures around the world, even today, you have where being overweight is actually considered more attractive. Because of the cultural aspect of being overweight means you generally will have more money, you can feed yourself, you can provide for your immediate family, and therefore you're considered more attractive and more worthy of a woman's time or a man's time. You know, your hips are wider, you're considered, you know, you'll be able to bear more children. Like in certain cultures, that's considered a more attractive trait. So, you know, I think there's definitely credence to what Leisure Nips is saying.
And also, hello T-Rex Powers, welcome to the stream. Basically what you stumbled onto is we're talking about attraction and differences between what people consider attractive or not, whether or not it's universal, or if people have preferences.
And the second thing as well is I think, so there was a really interesting article I read and actually like referenced back to Playboy. And there's like there's always these websites and zip files floating around of like, you know, 60 years or 70 years of Playboy, and you get all the centerfolds and you get every Playboy playmate for every month, for like all collated. And they said this is what the American definition of beauty was, month by month for the last 70 years. And you can see the changes, and I think a lot of that is a lot of what's considered attractive, especially in the Western world, is pushed by what media pushes to you to consider attractive.
I agree with that. I think that there's a narrative that's driven right now.
Yeah, 100%.
But I'm saying that I'm coming from an idea. Like the thing is, we have the data now just based off of the statistics reported from sites like Pornhub and sites like, you know, Bumble, sites like Tinder, that are actually showing like what humans' behavior is outside of what the narrative is being driven. And the truth is, there is a women definitely have an ideal standard of beauty on men. It's more women's like standard of beauty for men is stricter than a male's standard of beauty on women.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm not going to disagree with you there, but when you're
there's
looking
an ideal standard.
So I disagree with that. It's probably closer for men than it is for women, but there's a pretty wide range of what one person might consider attractive, whereas what another person wouldn't. And
But that proves my point, though. For you to say that like people do have an option for that just proves that there is an ideal. I'm saying there is an ideal.
No, one person's ideal is different than other people's ideal.
They're more alike than you're willing to admit. Then I'm statistically you're wrong.
I think, Jovi, are you trying to argue effectively that there is an objective ideal, right? There is a defined ideal.
There's an ideal standard of beauty for men and women.
Okay, so here let's start from this basis then. What is the objectively beautiful woman? What is the objectively beautiful woman?
Well, we've been doing beauty pageants for forever. So I mean, we can just look at like pretty much any woman that won like Miss Universe from however many years they've been fucking running it for. There's an ideal standard of beauty, yo.
So then the objective beauty standard is whatever Mrs. Universe looks like for that year, and that's all that it is. Like, because
I think the universe is the muscular contest. So let's not go with Mrs. Universe. Let's go with Mrs.
I don't know what the competitions are. I'm just saying that those beauty standards are pretty straightforward for women, and they're pretty straightforward for men. There are very minor differences, and I think that you're nitpicking, and then you're trying to say that because we have these very minute things that we idealize in someone that we like, we might find attractive in a person, that means that our attraction standard is this huge diverse thing, and it's not. I'm saying that we are way more alike than we are different in terms of what we find attractive.
See,
and I think that like, sits for both physicality and behavior.
I mean, because the thing is that I know a number of people that have different preferences when it comes to things like height, when it comes to things like hair color, when it comes to things like freckles, and we could probably go further into detail about like hair length and like how thick somebody is. Like some people like really thick girls, and some people like really thin girls. Some people like really tall girls. Some people like really short girls.
My argument for the men that like really thick girls is it's because they usually have only had success screwing thick women. I think that those men would prefer women that are more set to the objective standard of beauty, but they've never been able to land a woman like that, so they end up.
I disagree. I disagree.
I think that that's what it is.
There's a difference between so two things. One is that there's a difference between fat and thick, and two, there are definitely people that prefer thick women. It's definitely one of the standards for sure.
You can also argue from a cultural perspective. I think America, especially, like the ideal woman in America has become thicker over time. Like having a big butt wasn't popular until J-Lo made it popular. So
I think that that's partially a narrative that's slowly being pushed towards it, but I still think that like this concept of thick is not what thick is in reality, and I think that a lot of that is actually people being molded by plastic surgery, which I don't feel is a good way to judge a standard of beauty off of.
Not all thickness is plastic surgery. That's definitely not the case. The average person with
that look is achieving that look using plastic surgery.
No, there's definitely different body types. There's definitely different body types, and it also depends on where exactly you're at. I do not know whether or not any of the women that I see in my day-to-day life have had plastic surgery, but I'm going to operate under the assumption that most of them haven't. And I've seen a good number of thick women. And I highly doubt that it has anything to do with plastic surgery.
Is your personal trainer thick?
No.
Well,
the only women I would really expect to be thick, like, are women that are actually in the gym. Working.
Also not the case.
That is a case for reality.
No, I think there's definitely like genetics that are involved, and you can have a girl who's built thick. Just I mean, there's being thick and tight, and there's being thick and just you're just thick. Like you're not. I think that's like when you go to the gym, you can be thick and you can have like really like just everything's just tight. I don't know how to define that. I guess I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say when I say that.
I still think that there's an ideal standard of beauty for men across the board.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever lived anywhere outside of New York?
Yes.
Okay, because I can tell you down in Texas and also in Southern California that there are a decent number of different kinds of body types, and it can vary a lot depending on where the region that those people's families come from. Most, not to stereotype, I guess, but most of the like thick women that I've seen come from South America or Central America, and then it's almost certainly it's certainly possible to achieve that body type without having to go through plastic surgery and without having to go to the gym. And there's definitely a good number of people that prefer it.
There's a lot more plastic surgery happening than you're willing to realize.
No.
And I'm not denying that people
maybe in America, but in the UK and in Europe, like there's still plastic surgery happening.
No.
Definitely isn't anywhere near as much. as there is in America, and it's still a trend of thick girls, and it's girls just they put the and you can tell they put the effort in. They put the effort into the gym and they get thick.
And I'm not debating that there's thick women or not. I'm still debating the fact that there's an ideal standard of beauty for both men and women. That the average male and woman, meaning 51% or more, would agree with.
I can understand on the men's side, but I disagree. From the perspective of men towards women, I would disagree.
Yeah, I think your comment of like certain guys only like thick girls because they can't achieve other types of girls. I disagree with that comment fundamentally. I think there is again, it kind of goes back to your element of there's a wide preference that men have because of what they're willing to accept in a partner. You know, they take what they can get, but
exactly.
But still, I think even then, I think there's definitely like.
But here's let's have that discussion then. So you're saying that, let's say that person finds a thick woman that's a 6, like 6 in terms of how their weight is in terms of their
6.
waist.
They're a 6.
6 in their face, okay, but they're a thick woman, right? You don't think that man would rather get a 10 that's a thick woman?
I don't think 10s exist. If you're going by that measurement,
then let's drop it to a 9.
And also, I disagree fundamentally with the question. I disagree fundamentally with the question because
why?
Somebody who is a thick 10 to one person is gonna be a 7 to another person because they don't prefer that body type.
The fact that a scale exists.
A scale does exist, but it's not as objective as you're making it out to be.
No, it is. That's my argument.
No, it's not.
I kind of agree with Llama there. Like, you can have a scale, but at the end of the day, like, it happens all the time. You go out to a bar, you're with your buddies, and you say, "Hey, what do you think of that girl?" And you know, some might call her a dime, other would call her like she's a 5. You know, it's just your preference.
Okay, so let's have this question. Objectively, is there a standard of beauty, a scale for men and for women? 51% of men and 51% of women would agree with it. Yes or no?
So there's a scientific scale.
It's a yes or no question. We're saying on an average, 51% or more, an average, would most men and most women agree to an objective standard of beauty?
No.
But earlier you agreed with me on women, that women do, and I think you're wrong because
because I had to disagree with the statement as a whole.
Yeah.
I had to disagree with the statement as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole. I think that women definitely have a tighter standard than men do, but I still wouldn't say like at the end of the day, I think if you polled, like if you got every man,
then you guys need to look at dataclism.
Look at what? Sorry.
Dataclism.
You know what I would like to say?
Go on.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't think you have a dog in this fight, but go ahead.
I would like to say hello, Jank, because I haven't said hello yet.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Going alright. That's all I wanted to say. Because I don't really give a shit about the rest of it, but hi.
Well, why don't you? You have a preference.
I just don't care.
You have a skin. You have skin in the game. At the end of the day, everyone has skin in the game.
Like what they like. I don't care about fucking statistics or this and that. You like what you like, and fuck it. Fuck the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Okay, Dataclism. You're talking about the book that's by Christian Rudder, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have added it to my Kindle collection. When it gets downloaded, I'll give it a read. It's an interesting idea. I can't fundamentally agree with it. I think if you lined up like let's say 100 men,
the statistics in that book disagree with you.
Yeah, I get that. But like I said, if you line up 100 men, I think, and you got like 10 women, you said right, put these men in the order of attractiveness. I think every woman would line them up slightly differently because there's preferences. I don't think you'd get a 51% consensus across. Like if you had 100 women like doing that to 100 men, I don't think 51 of those women would give you the exact same answer. because that's what you're saying. You're saying there'd be like an objective 51% of them would give you the same answer or more. I also think like going back to your Pornhub thing as well. Like you talk about, like, you know, there's statistics proving now that there's like objective levels of beauty. When you look at like the Pornhub stats that they release it by country because countries are so different on what they consider beautiful. So like the things that floats people's boat, whether that's male or female, they're statistically different, like by country. Like they can do a global one, but the global one is so generalized. It's
they're more alike than they are different. They're more alike than they are different.
Well, I think that's just
biology.
That's just biology. Like
it's biology and evolutionary psychology. They're more alike than they are different, and that's my argument.
But at 51%, I would disagree. I would say like maybe like 30%. I could maybe get behind that argument, but like 50%, like no way.
Then you're pretty much stating that that's not Evo Psych. That's not how
30% is still a strong.
No, it isn't. No, that wouldn't be it. Then you're flat out denying that that's how we've evolved.
Well, people evolve differently in different areas, and that's sort of the crux of the whole thing, is that
we are more alike than we are different.
I like to think we're all special snowflakes.
We're not. We're not. People need to get that fucking bullshit out of their head.
Can you guys play some video games now?
I was just gonna ask Llama if he would like to play this game with me.
I would. I'm ready for an invite.
Hell yes. Sweet. Thank you for this conversation as well. No hard feelings.
No, it's
I know
fun.
a lot of people get all emotional and shit like this.
No, it's all good conversation.
You've made me very emotional.
Good. Now watch me play game with Llama. I don't think I can invite that way. Hold on.
There we go.
Alright, let me switch this. You guys are probably tired of looking at my goofy ass face. And lower this music some.
I haven't seen Miami Jovi in a while.
How is
That's
Miami
because
Jovi
it
doing?
requires me to put in contacts and dress up, Jinx, and it's hard sometimes, okay?
Is that only Friday nights?
It's Saturday nights. If I do it, usually, yeah.
Wait, why can't Miami Jovi wear glasses?
No, Miami Jovi does wear glasses.
He does. He wears shades.
Oh, that's why you have to put in. I got it. Got it.
Contacts, yeah. Because I don't have prescription shades.
Here's a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What do you think about this whole daylight saving situation in America?
I don't care.
It'd be more convenient if it went away.
You think so?
I don't think we need it. I think I think technology has put us past this concept.
Does daylight savings happen across America, or is it only in certain
No,
zones?
it's everywhere.
It's across America except Arizona.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like one state that doesn't do it.
Yep, Arizona does not do daylight savings time.
Like, fuck your daylight savings.
So can you explain to me why you think technology has gotten us past it?
Because so
We have light.
the concept of daylight savings time at its core was to buy us more daylight to do things at, like, and the fact that we have just light and electricity at its base level has kind of resolved that, and our civilization has kind of moved past people working based off of daylight in general. A lot of things operate at, like, overnight at this point now, so I just think that we've gotten past the need for that system.
Okay. Do you guys find that during your summer and winter months, your days are sufficiently different in terms of like the amount of daylight you get? Do you find that, because obviously different parts of the world it's different?
Absolutely.
When we adhere to daylight savings time, I get more daylight in the winter. Yes.
You definitely feel like you have more daylight in the winter.
Yes. I definitely have more.
never noticed the difference.
You don't notice the
I
difference,
do.
Is that so? Where are you again, Attorney? Where are you based?
Kansas,
Kansas. Is that central?
right in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
So And what about you, Llama? So you're like out west. What do you think? Do you get more daylight with daylight savings, or do you think that you don't notice?
Uh, st- I mean, in my past experience, over in Northern California, I definitely noticed a difference, especially immediately following the change. But then gradually things would sort of, I guess, normalize after the change. But out here, I've only been out here for 1 year, so I don't really know like too much about
Okay, you haven't seen it
about
enough
this area.
to know like if it really makes a difference
Yeah.
to you. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, in the UK, I mean, I'm a fan of it. I don't see what the big deal is of just adjusting your clock by an hour twice a year. I mean, it's twice a year. It's a minimal amount of effort for something that does get you like more daylight. And you know, going outside is good. It's healthy, guys. Talking to a bunch of video gamers. But it is good to kind of, I think, synchronize your body clock with. I mean, I'm a guy who barely sleeps anyway, but you know, just generally, it's good to synchronize your body clock with a decent amount of daylight.
Oh, did you like that clip, Jank, by the way?
I did like that clip. One thing I'm kind of upset about though, I was going through Llama's clips, and I clipped him saying all sorts of crazy things, and they're all gone. Where have they all gone, Llama?
Did you?
Damn.
Wait, you
said
did?
that- You said that one time before too, but then you said you sorted a different way and they came back. Did you sort it the wrong way again?
That's a good point. Was there a filter on? I'm gonna check.
I think it's filtered by default whenever you go to clips.
Yeah, that's frustrating. It is.
It's fucking stupid, but that's how it is. 'Cause I don't think clips ever go away,
Yeah, I don't think so.
as far as I know.
How do
Llama, I was trying to get to that building, but it's blocked by one of the people with sight.
Oh, OMG,
Okay.
you are correct.
Haha.
It's,
Now
and
you
it's,
owe me
the filter.
$5.
The default is like 7 days. Like what the hell?
I think it's showing like most recent clips or something stupid.
All the shady stuff Llama said has been at least a month ago.
Oh, I lost the connection to the host.
Seriously?
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Reconnect?
check something here really quick.
Okay. Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
How you doing?
No. Okay. No, my VPN is turned off. I thought maybe that I'd accidentally left that on, but. All right, I'm gonna try and rejoin, I guess.
Yo, so Don, I think there is an issue with this the turtle tower we were talking about.
What do you mean?
I think if you fast travel, it makes them disappear. So you have to go to the tower, read the book, and then run around trying to find them with no fast travel.
I didn't fast travel though. I never left.
They're also
I literally
all-
just ran around.
They're also all over the mountaintop, like the entire mountaintop.
Yeah, I went looking all around that mountaintop. Like one of them I thought was around an air jump, but I couldn't see it.
Are you talking about the bit where you have to take out the 4 turtles?
No,
It's like 3 turtles.
So I can't rejoin
So
onto you.
I think I recall this, and I fast traveled and I didn't have a problem at all.
Okay, well, in my experience, I went to where they were located so I could look it up, and they weren't there. And then I went back and read the book, and then did not fast travel and ran all the way there, and they were there.
I mean, there is I am sure that you have to do it at nighttime. That is definitely a thing.
Yeah, I tried it at nighttime.
Okay.
It's evening.
I
mean, evening and nighttime is the same thing because there's only like there's 4 times, right? There's dawn, dusk, daytime, and nighttime, basically.
I don't know how to kill this flying
Or
turtle.
3
It's like
things.
in the sky.
Were you able to join, Llama, or
No, I can't rejoin.
I sent you an invite though.
I didn't get it. Send me another one.
Fuck yeah, I got them all. Finally. I actually really needed this open because it has a sorcery inside.
So how far are you guys away from finishing this game, the Blackout Club?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I think it gave an error. Hosting a friends only game. This can be changed under network settings. He's a friend though.
Is he
You're
though?
right. I'm
It
secretly
hacked
an
into your
enemy.
mind. It hacked into your mind. He's like, you don't consider Llama a friend. He can't join. Fuck you. Who is that? Is that Stacy?
Nah, Stacey hasn't said anything.
Yeah, now you hear background noises?
Oh, the follower's here.
Okay, well, there's only like 2 people it could have been, either you or Stacy.
I don't think Stacey has access to this channel.
That's rude.
Nah, it's fine.
But kind of understandable, I guess. I don't know. It's your channel.
Yeah, you gotta keep the basic people out.
There we go. I'm in.
If you were to rate this video game out of 5, what would you give it?
Out of 5,
Like a 2.
a 2. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Is this our subjective standard of what the game is, or an objective standard of how good the game actually is?
You can't make an objective standard of how good the game actually is, because there is no objective standard.
I've watched you
to
play.
an opinion.
In my opinion, is
Really?
I don't believe you can give an objective standard. I mean,
okay.
There are some video games I believe you can give an objective standard, and those are ones that are hideously broken, where you can say this game is so bad it's unplayable. It's a 1. I think there are some games that are out there, but I think there's very few that fit that mold. But
I
everything
think
else
the
is
objective standard of like a game is it playable or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it goes into opinion.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this game?
I didn't give you a scale of 1 to 10. I said 1 to
You
5.
gave us a scale to 5, 1 to 5, and I gave it a 2.
I gave it a 10. What's wrong with you?
You can use as many decimal points as you want.
Just take your rating and divide it by 2.
A 2.734 out of 5.
I
No,
gave it a flat 2.
No, out of 10. How much would you give it, Llama? If you want to go with 10, I'll give you 10.
Well, I think that this game is actually a 2 out of 10. So,
Okay,
but that's
so
my
out of 10.
subjective opinion on this
that
this
is
game.
harsh.
I mean, it's really
Okay,
not-
no, 3. We'll go with 3. We'll go with 3.
3. That is also really harsh.
I think Jinx
mean,
Is it?
really like the game.
It's
I-
about,
no,
it's
no,
about
I mean,
the same
no.
thing I gave it.
No, I mean, you gave it a 2 out of 5, which basically makes it a 4 out of 10. Like, right? I would, like, I still think, like, a 2 is probably quite hard. Like, a 2 out of 5 sounds better than a 3 or a 4 out of 10. Because out of 10, suddenly, like, I would give a game that lower score if it was horribly bugged, fundamentally broken. I mean, this game looks okay. It doesn't look like a terrible game in terms of.
I mean, if I had to
Like,
give it out
graphic-
of 10,
Yeah, go on
I'd give
now.
it probably like a 4. So I agree with you actually. Okay.
Like I would have given it something like a 5 out. Like, it's not fundamentally broken. It doesn't crash all the time. It looks decent. The sound is all right. You know, like there are much worse games I've seen that exist. I mean, it might not be a
Oh,
good
it-
game.
It falls into the like semi-horror aspect, but there isn't really much horror to it. The story isn't really told directly to you. You really kind of have to piece it together harder than Souls games, in my opinion. And like the gameplay is very repetitive, and it's not repetitive in a way that I necessarily deem it's fun.
Yeah, I basically agree with that.
And the worlds that we're playing in are very kind of, they're the same thing. We've seen the same. Even the difference in maps, the difference was literally like the fact that they added a little swoosh of a hill and another little subsection of houses. So they reused the assets from like the first map and just added to it, extended to it. So like,
So would you like to know what the average score on the interwebs is?
sure.
Like a 2.
It's a 6.
You go, Stacy.
That's
Okay.
surprising.
And the user score is actually a 7 out of 10.
That's also surprising.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that.
Well, I mean, I think you guys were, in my opinion, you guys were extraordinarily harsh, because I think a lot of games exist that are really unplayably bad. Like, they still work as video games, but they're just terrible games. Whereas this isn't
So
I mean, it's still a
So-
game that plays and it's got gameplay and it's not hideous. So that's why I think yeah, it's interesting. Some
So
people
you're probably right in the grand scale. This is probably better than a lot of games that are out there. But from the games that I've subjected myself to,
Mhm.
this
Yeah,
sits around what I gave it. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's the reason why I think all reviews, anytime you review anything, is very subjective because it's all based on like your own experiences of previous stuff, right? Like unless you consume and watch and play everything, I think you can't really have and even
I
then
don't have the
it's
time
subjective.
to.
Yeah, and even then,
I'll admit-
even then, it'd still be a subjective score because it'd still really be your opinion.
I'll admit I gave it a bad score because it doesn't look like my type of game. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, exactly, and that's the other thing as well, right? Because like again, it's subjective. You just may not like these kinds of games.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
all have our preferences on what kinds of games that we like and dislike, right?
I really wish that I liked more types of games. I just can't.
Why? Why do you wish that?
Because
Why is it something you want?
because I would like to be able to enjoy a vast variety of games, but there's a lot of genres or a lot of games specific I play and I just do not enjoy them for one reason or another. A lot of it has to do with I just don't like how some genres in specific are made or how they play. Like competitive shooters, I fucking hate competitive shooters because they're all made the same and they're just not fun to me. But I like shooters like Fallout, or there's a game from forever ago called Vanquish, where they're all like single players, which I find kind of enjoyable, at least.
So here's my question to you, if you don't mind.
I do mind.
Is there like? Oh, okay.
Oh wow, that shut. That was harsh.
I mean, he said he minded, so I wasn't gonna put him through the misery. Like,
You should just put him through. It's your stream. Put him through the misery anyway.
he's a guest.
Just say it.
Okay. I was gonna ask you if there's just like you don't have a competitive first-person shooter you enjoy, just
No.
one.
I've
In
never
general?
played a competitive shooter that I enjoyed.
Huh. Because like it's not like a game preference that I like to play, but I do have if I'm gonna play one or I'm in the mood to play one, I have like a game of choice. You know what I mean?
I'm just like, I don't play those.
I don't have any of these audio bugs to plant, Llama. Where did you get them?
I picked them up off
Where?
the ground. Back by the start. And so wait, it
Huh,
won't
did
let
you
you
pick
plant
them all
any of
up?
them? I guess so.
No, because I don't have any in my inventory.
Okay. Then I'll plant this one in here, and then I'll head over and plant that one. My bad. I still have two
It's
of
okay.
them.
I'm just gonna hide in this corner and wait.
Alright, because normally there's more than just like the absolute minimum that we need. Oh, jeez.
Won't get caught, bro.
I
You
did?
know what? There could have been more. There could have been more there than we needed, and I didn't realize it.
Okay, that's totally
be fair.
possible.
So going back to you, Attorney, in terms of like I don't understand what you mean by like at the end of the day, your preference is your preference. Why do you want to widen it? Like I don't see what the benefit of widening it is.
Because they're not having more games to play.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of
only
games.
Like only playing like specific types of games sometimes limits what you can play, because there's not always good games coming out for those types of games.
So, the only thing I can really say, I had a friend for a while that used to say I was like really picky about the games I played too, and he used to force me to play games like other styles of games with him, and over time my like preferences have widened. And even if it's not a game style of choice that I would normally play, I do have like a bunch of like games in that subset that I would play.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I might have a
Yeah.
mood to play.
Force me to play some games is what we're saying.
Yeah, or like if you really want to increase. What I'm saying is, if you want to increase like your preferences of game styles that you like to
I
play, the
found
only
a
way
dragon.
is to try other games.
I think what I think you know, expanding upon what Jovi just said for a bit, and bringing the conversation full circle. If Jovi had a friend who was really into thick girls, and he just said, "Jovi, just try a few thick girls. Just go a little bit bigger. Go a little bit bigger." Eventually, Jovi will be fucking 250, no stiffies. That's all enough happening.
Jovi has had thick girls, and Jovi still has a preference for thin girls.
Oh well, we need to get you into more thick girls. I think is what I'm hearing.
No, no, I'm good. I'll stay to my
To
preference.
more thick girls.
Into more thick girls? Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
There was a little innuendo.
I might not. Okay, I might not deny that because
To more thick girls.
depending on the level of thickness, you can get some dick.
Well, what I'm
Talk
saying
about
is, you know,
thick with 2 C's or thick with a K at the end.
thick with a K. Just keep going.
Oh,
Start with
No,
C's.
no,
Start
listen,
with the
the
C's and work your
250
way up.
The 250 no stiffy rule still applies.
Yeah, but according to you, you know, you start off playing a few video games. You know, you start off with your Dark Souls because that's all you like as a preference.
No.
And then eventually you're on your Call of Duties, and before you know it, you're playing.
No, because if my statement stands, I would still have a preference of thick that I'd like, and that would be under the 250 no stiffy rule.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I found a dragon.
You're good. Is it a glintstone dragon? Because there's a lot of them.
No, it's a magma worm. I'm somewhere else.
Oh yeah, fucking worms.
How many magma worms are there in the game? Damn.
A
I
lot.
killed, like
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Just rage inducing. I
Missing
think that-
Sergeant Snuggles. Reward if found. It's beautiful.
Oh, this is fantastic. I love that it's a cat with glasses
Yeah,
and
right?
like in a sweater on with hearts. What is the story behind this cat going missing now? It's got me curious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, it's fucking dead. I'm now engaged in the conversation again.
You're a worm killer.
I think Eternity. I don't know. I kind of agree with Jovi sometimes in the sense of not sometimes. More in some cases in regards to if you start playing more games, get your friends to kind of push you to play a wider range of games. You might eventually start liking them. But equally, I don't know. You like what you like.
There's some. I'll be honest. There's some things I played I just flat out don't enjoy, so I never went back to them.
Yeah.
But I found enjoyment in some games that I didn't think I would.
I also think that, like, I don't know, unless you're really telling me that your like games preference is really limited, I think you'd have plenty of games to play. I mean, there's like literally multiple thousands of games released every year, so I can't imagine like you wouldn't be able to find something in the genre that you like that's released or new that you can play.
It's fair. There's a giant pot man in the lava over there screaming at me.
Take him out.
What's he screaming?
Well,
Mountain of fire, forge me in your greatness. Bake me in your flames.
Okay, but what's he screaming?
Oh, he's just yelling, you know. I'm about to get fucking baked because I'm about to go through this lava to go talk to him. At least lava
Well, I
in the
noticed.
ring isn't actually that bad for some reason.
Yo, why can't we have more than one mission like this? This shit was fucking easy.
it was super
yeah, Jank,
easy.
I was listening to you, Jank, and you're probably right. I don't know, sometimes I see stuff and people are like, hey, play this. I'm like, eh.
So what do you like again? You like Souls-like games. What
I
else
like
do you like?
those like, I
And
like
Metroidvanias.
RPGs,
Metroidvanias.
Metroidvanias. There's also
There
some
are-
like weird games that I like too.
There are hundreds of Metroidvanias released like every year.
But like
Hundreds.
80% of them are fucking hot garbage.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
80% of them are hot garbage.
That's all games though. Like 80% of like all games are fucking hot garbage,
Again, really agree. I think, like,
especially on Steam. Especially on Steam.
I think across the board. It's not just Steam. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that Steam allows people to put out their shitty games to a wider variety of people much more easily than they used to be able to.
So Sony allows people to put on a variety, allows a wide variety of people to put things on the PlayStation platform, which is absolutely insane. You know, a platform that should technically be really well curated and
Okay, to be
gatekept,
fair,
and
don't-
they've got absolute trash on there.
I've never been to the
Except-
PlayStation
except-
Store, so
Except they don't like Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean Microsoft is the thing, but so for example, Life of Black Tiger, which is a terrible mobile game, a free-to-play mobile game. The guy ported it over to PlayStation, and Sony put it on like a primary trailer, like gave it like loads of press, and people were like, wow, this is literally a free mobile game that is now costing $20 on a PlayStation 4. What the hell are you guys doing?
Damn.
Yeah, like hot garbage is the.
Did people
term
buy it?
for it. I think it got enough money to recoup the development costs. I think it was like the port was very badly done. Like even some, yeah, I think
Why
there
do
was
you
like
think
certainly got a lot of
all
backlash
hope
for it.
has been lost and
They didn't respond
we
to anything.
should put everyone in America out of their own
if you
misery?
make a bad game, you should lose
You're
your
in luck, BG. I
think
desire death
the problem
for
is-
Predator, as I do for all your
Like in some cases I agree because it's not a bad game, it's a lazy game. But I also think that
It is
I've
my
worked with people where
the
you
voices
put your heart and soul into a
whom
game
I will
and it just
end.
isn't at the end
Starting
product just isn't good.
grievous
You know sometimes you work hard at something
like their
and
own little piggy
you're just not it's just not good.
And here's a
With
little
all best
To
intentions.
me, the company overall should take
alliance against
responsibility.
them.
Yeah, but
Try
then
not
at
to
the end of the day
make
you've got to still
your
recoup
prayers.
your losses, right? You can't invest like 10 million, 5 million bucks into a game and
No, I
then be like,
certainly
right,
can't.
this is just trash. We have to throw this away. You have to try and get at least something back to move on to the next thing.
I know.
You know,
but maybe if they lose a bunch of money, they'll fucking learn their lesson. You never know.
Right. That is the primary thing that ends up hindering people nowadays. Is like if you release something but you don't sell or make any money off of it, then you lose a bunch of money. That's like losing your developer license because you made something that some people consider bad. I would say it would be a bad move.
I mean, what you're describing, Tony, is capitalism 101, right? It's like if you make something bad, people don't buy it, you go out of business. I mean, that's a pretty standard. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. That's valid. But as I said, I think just
Goals.
with all best intentions, you can still make a bad game. It's very hard to make games. You can have some great ideas and then you implement them. And this is like I see prototypes all the time. These guys make like these. They talk about something. It sounds like a fantastic idea on paper, or when you're just talking out loud, and then you build it and you realize, oh my god, like I've just spent 6 months of my life building this thing, and it just isn't as fun as I thought it was going to be, or it just doesn't work, or like there's just things fundamentally wrong with it. And sometimes you're kind of stuck and you have to just push it out. Sometimes you have the money to kind of scrap it and start again. You know?
That's fair.
Mhm.
I'm just a dingus consumer, so
Yeah, no.
you know.
But I agree with your opinion as well. At the end of the day, like bad products shouldn't make money. Hopefully, people don't buy bad stuff. I don't understand how Call of Duty has gotten as big as it has.
Holy
with all
shit!
with all
Never
the lazy.
tasted that game to me.
I mean, it's just. I think it's more. It's not even about it being a bad game. I mean, it's still a decent enough game every year, but just the laziness, like the very low effort they put into it each year, it shouldn't be selling the numbers that it does. People should at some point be like, why are you selling me the same game every year? But, well,
Yeah, that's one of the prime examples why I don't like co-op shooters.
Was because of Call of Duty?
Yeah, it's fucking hot garbage.
Okay, well, because Call of Duty is one example of a shooter. There's a bunch of different shooters out there.
Okay, what did I say? I said that's an example of why I don't like cooperative shooters. I didn't say that's the only. Fuck off me. I didn't say that's the absolutely only reason my game should crash.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
I think
That's not the
it's
only
actually.
one. The only
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's actually really telling, like going into a slightly different genre as well. Like you look at because you're playing Elden Ring right now. I'm going to go into Elden Ring as a topic. Why I think Elden Ring is such a ignoring the Souls-like element of the game. Just the fact that the open world element of the game is so well built is the fact that they've spent. I play Assassin's Creed games sometimes. And
I've played a bunch of them, and Elden Ring's open world is 10 times better.
1,000
times. Without telling me anything either.
Yeah, I mean, just the whole mechanic of how it's built, the way it's built, like the actual effort they've put into the art style of it. Everything looks really interesting. You want to explore areas.
The world is fantastic, like that they design sometimes in Assassin's Creed. Like I loved like how they did like Italy and stuff like that, or like Rome,
Yeah,
or
but
like.
so I think Italy is when they still made it, because Italy was Assassin's Creed 2. That's when they still put effort in. I think they haven't since Assassin's Creed 3.
Have you played the two new ones? Like, not the most recent Viking,
was,
but the ones
yeah, there
before
was
the Egyptian
there
and
was-
the.
there was Origins, which was Egyptian one, and then there was the Odyssey, which was the Roman.
Yeah, they were both really good open worlds designed. Just that they weren't filled with exciting things. That's the problem. They were filled with great looking places that I wanted to see. Nothing like convincing me to go and explore it, or even really rewarding me with
You know
exploring.
what that reminds me of, Don? Is
Hmm.
Shattered Tale of Forgotten King. That game looked freaking awesome and it was huge, but there wasn't a whole
You got this,
lot
Llama?
going on.
I'll do it if you want.
I mean, you did it way better than I did last time.
All right.
I'll stick with you though.
What's the club got to say?
Yeah, I think like that was the point I was trying to make, which is like sometimes you got these developers that are trying to make these games once a year, churning them out with Assassin's Creed, and I feel that they are fairly low effort. And then you look at Elden Ring, and people will complain, oh, this game took how many years? Like 6 years, 5-6 years to come out. But you know, it shows what you can do with 5-6 years of concerted effort.
Dude, I have like 110 hours.
They reused a lot of.
And
They reused a lot of assets, but
Still.
the world is huge and full of shit to do.
I do
chock
think-
full of shit to do.
Yeah, I think one thing one criticism I do have of Elden Ring is like I think they reused a lot of the bosses too much. Like they could have trimmed it a little bit and made it a little bit cleaner. And fine, you wouldn't have got hundreds of hours out of it. But I don't think a game like that needs hundreds. I don't think any game needs hundreds of hours, to be honest. I think a game which is a good, strong narrative game, like 8 hours is fine, and a decent open world game, like 20 hours is more than fine. I don't understand this kind of fascination of making 80-hour, 100-hour Odyssey type games. Just
My probably controversial opinion is that I'm getting kind of fucking tired of playing Elden Ring after like 110 hours.
yeah, I mean, I'm getting tired of it now. I'm only on.
Alright, and just beat
40
those 2 bosses, and then you're good.
Fuck you. First
Get
of all,
good, get good, and get done. Come on.
Yeah, get good, get done. I mean, you know, the record is now like less than 38 minutes, right?
I know you can just skip all this stuff and blah blah blah.
Just skip it. It's fine.
But I'm trying to enjoy it. So.
Yeah.
Don't be shit.
I'm trying. Okay.
I mean, like I'm getting bored of it. I mean, I've dumped about 40 hours in, and I'm kind of like, yeah, like I've got my enjoyment from the game. I think I've got my value for money, and there's more than enough other games I want to try.
I want to finish as much as I can and like at least beat the game.
Yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I'm just gonna power through. I'm gonna stop trying to explore and just power through the main campaign.
Good luck with that with some of the bosses that Nick and I have run into.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you guys are trash.
Yeah, it's coming from you, buddy.
What level are you?
I don't know, my game crashed like 155 or something.
After
111.
70. How many hours you got in the Nick at 111?
About like 110.
Okay, so I am at 98 at 40 hours. So, I mean, that's. I think I'm doing alright in terms of leveling. Like, I did focus leveling for a long time.
Yeah, you're fine. Play it how you want.
Just say. Get good.
Try
See,
it.
I'm still trying to piece together this goddamn story.
You're a bunch
Well,
of kids.
I don't know where you went, but I'm like, yeah.
You're a bunch of
I like
kids.
dipped because I was getting chased.
You've
I
clipped
was
some
too.
Stamps, and you're now hallucinating that everybody's out to get you, so you've just grabbed a taser and started tasing random neighbors. That's the story. Everything else is a fever dream.
Everything else is a fever dream.
Yep, you've licked some stamps. You are currently, or maybe you found some toads in a pond. You licked the toads. You are now like hallucinating. You're tripping balls.
You lick some toads, you're gonna be lucky to hallucinating.
Yep, you've licked toads. You're in a fever dream right now. Llama's definitely just licked a toad. It's all gone red on him. Guy's in predator vision.
That's me.
So
yeah,
when you close your eyes, you can see the shape. Oh, geez, he flies!
Are you getting chased? Are you getting chased by the shape?
Right?
Dude, the shape flies. Yes, I'm getting chased.
He flies?
He flies.
I don't see him.
He just like
Oh, I see
flew
him
at
running
me.
Now.
See now the way the llama's talking. You
Don't
definitely
me, motherfucker.
I can't climb. I can't climb.
He's not. He's standing still right now. He's running now. He's running. He's climbing up a ladder. He's talking to you. Mom, he's coming up there for you.
Yeah, I think he's gonna fly at me again.
Is he? Because I don't see him flying.
I don't see him flying yet either. Hold on.
We're gonna watch this.
Dude, he totally flew at me before.
What's he doing right
It
now?
looks like he's flying some more.
Looks like he's doing the moonwalk.
He just jumped away.
Oh, now he's down here. Now he's jumping back up.
Oh, jeez! He got me. He got me. He jumped all the way up at me.
Yeah, I seen that. He went flying all the way up there.
He flew.
Did he just disappear in front of me?
Yeah, he's not after you.
Bro, I'm gonna die. How did this one go to shit so quickly?
Lucids?
Where are you at?
I'm still up there.
Seriously?
Yeah,
All I have to do is get up there?
yeah. You can jump across from the ladder.
I don't see the ladder, but
So you use the ladder to climb up to the platform and then jump from the platform over. There you go. Oh, you got somebody after you. Oh, no, he stopped. There you go, just like that.
fuck's wrong with you, llama? Had me hiding in a corner. Now get back to work. I would taser you, but I can't. Oh, there it goes. No, wait, stop working. There it goes.
I lost all of the...
They're all down on the ground. And some of them are behind you on the other side.
Oh, man. This is a problem.
There's a lot that's a problem, right? I have
Oh,
some
wait,
firecrackers. I could throw them for you. Oh shit, I fell. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Hold on, I have some noisemakers. Alright, come
Is this
on.
it? Network relay. You ready?
Hold on, I'm trying to find some of these things. Hold on, there's
Tell
a
me
chest up here.
Tell me when you need... I noticed. Tell me when you need the distraction.
Alright, hold on. I might not even need a distraction. Let me look here for a sec. Where's the lucid?
I don't know where the lucid is.
Oh, I see
I don't
him.
see. Okay, he's back in the room now. He's walking back out the room.
Okay, then I'm gonna just move. Pick up these signal relays.
Go.
You threw it at me.
Not intentionally. Not intentionally. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry.
Alright, well the shape is after you now.
Oh man.
Where is it?
Oh, did you get got?
My bad, Llama. Yeah, I got.
Okay, coming.
I did not mean to do that at all. Alright, let's finish this.
Oh no. Shape's after
caught.
me, I'm got. I got.
Get away from me!
Yeah, I think this is probably over.
The Lucid won't see me here holding his friend. Are you coming towards me? The Lucid's there. I'd get up and get you.
No, you're good.
But I just read a really interesting review of this game. And it
Okay.
makes this game out to be a lot more fun than, like, a lot of things in this review just haven't happened to you guys, as far as I've been watching. Like, I've watched a few of your streams. But, like, have you guys talked into, like, special microphones dotted around the map where, like, you'll get personalized messages back, like voice stuff?
No.
And that's a big
Wait.
element on how to get story, like, beats in the game. Like, the devs would you could, like, talk into a thing and the devs would, like, respond with, like, personalized messages. They paid a bunch of actors to talk back to you, like, actually, like, talk back to you live.
That's
Quite cool.
interesting.
And there's also another thing of, like, if there's other people playing, they can invade your games, similar to, like, how you get invaded in Dark Souls, and they can be there to kind of, they're not as powerful as the Shape, but they can do, like, similar moves, and they can make your game more difficult.
That's strange.
And that I don't think has happened to you guys once.
No, it hasn't.
We had like an NPC invader, I think maybe.
Right. I think also the fact that you're playing this game like I think the dev stopped supporting it about 2 years ago. So you're playing the game like very late into its life. But I think there's a lot of elements maybe they just don't work anymore because maybe the player
Lucid's
count is so
coming.
low.
I mean, that
It does
makes
seem like-
sense.
I mean, it does
Right.
look like some of the stuff.
I'm gonna
is
throw a
really-
flashbang.
Okay. Where do we have to go though? The
Well,
Shape's coming for us.
well, the Shape is coming for you. Oh, now it's coming for me.
You're the one who threw the damn flashbang.
It was coming for you at first. Oh, I'm so in trouble.
You got me.
Wait, who got you?
The Shape.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think that this is over.
Dang, Llama, you got.
I got. That's it.
Damn, getting got. No, but they're getting.
That mission
Getting
just
got.
seems, so those sound traps seem so punishing for no reason.
Well, they seem like they're kind of unavoidable unless there's something that I'm missing where we can neutralize them.
Okay.
Because like I know with those other traps we could use the foam to stop them, but like I haven't had any
But
foam
the
to
other-
even test that out. The other what?
I just think they're super punishing.
They are.
Game faces.
My bad, yeah. I was getting warm, so I want to turn the fan on.
You're all good?
Alright, Llama. Beat this
Alright.
mission and don't fuck up.
Pops calling y'all.
Is that me? All right, next time we get those things, you can get them to the objective.
Nah, you do a better job than me. I just promise I won't throw some more sound makers at you.
All right, I don't know if that's happening for you, Jank, but I'm hearing that twice. Do you hear that twice?
I only heard it once.
Okay. Like there's two of them on top of each other.
Not for me.
Okay. Wait, you trying to tase me? Oh.
No, I was trying to tase her, and I did.
Don't tase
But I
me.
can't get up there.
You didn't have to tase her, I don't think.
I didn't mean to tase her. I was just pressing the button, and I teleported down there.
Ah, okay. There's no open windows up here. Why are we up here?
Why are we even here? Do we need to go in this house?
Are we still here? Just the stuff.
What is this life?
Are
What
you
are we
still
doing
there?
here? Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy?
I think you're caught in a landslide.
There's no escape from reality.
Ow.
That's sad but true.
I mean, you get caught in a landslide, you'll be escaping reality pretty quick.
The sad thing is,
No, the reality is
Legionnaires.
you're
I
gonna
don't
die.
think anyone else got that reference.
I don't think so either.
No.
You guys are too old.
Oh, he's young. He's the youngest in the group.
He's the same
Hey,
age as me.
I'm just a poor boy. I don't need no sympathy.
No, you don't. These guys need to open their eyes
And look up to the skies.
and see.
I don't have eyes for Elden Ring. I don't have time.
None of them have.
None of them.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Man.
I would have thought at least Nick would have got it.
I mean, I most definitely know what song you're talking about.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Cool.
Okay, good, good.
Like, I mean,
Jovi, do you have any idea? You must have an idea. You're a
To be
good
honest,
man
I'm
as
not
well.
really paying attention.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to figure out how to get into this basement. Might be outside though.
Eternity, it was a reference to the band Queen and the song Bohemian Rhapsody.
A very
Oh,
great
I've
song.
heard the name of that song, but I don't know it.
Great song. One of the
Yeah.
true, objectively great rock ballads of the 1980s.
I don't think
Slash-
they're my
slash
genre of music that I listen to. Not that that means they're bad. It's just not what I listen to.
That's fine.
No, I mean it's totally fine for people to have their preference. You know, there's not really an objective standard for what type of music is the best. Or,
no, there's an acceptable standard. You gotta listen to Queen.
No. I do think though, Attorney, if maybe a friend kind of came along and started making you listen to lots of different music, you might get into thicker music.
No.
Like Fat
because
Bottom
I-
Girls from
Damn,
Queen.
this bass.
It's,
I haven't heard that song, and I'm like, not for me. Here, I'll link it in the fucking Discord. Here's a song that I've been listening to lately.
Oh. Give it listen. Hammer and Anvil.
Oh, there's literally steps to a basement.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I'm just oblivious, apparently. Alright, I'm in there. Tacos!
Well, damn, maybe I need to head back.
Oh, shut up. Prattling Pate, you're beautiful.
I'm beautiful?
I got the rock that says you're beautiful when you throw it on the ground.
Aww.
This game has some weird ones too.
So the question is, are you about the sea shanties or are you about the folk music?
Both.
Hmm.
I like me some pirate music too.
No, that's cool. I don't mind folk, I don't mind sea shanties. I just I like a little bit of backing to it. I can't just deal with there's got to be something, like some horn or some drums or something.
Bless you.
Yeah, my friend was like, "Hey, I'm bored of the music that I keep listening to. What music do you listen to?" I'm like, "Here you go." And I sent him like a bunch of shit. I sent him like one song from every band, and I was like, "All right, I'll listen to it later." And then like a while later, he didn't say anything. So I'm like, "What'd you think?" He's like, "I hate it." I'm like, "Fair, that's fair."
Hi, Llama!
Oh no! You.
I got the Kamehameha. I'm so proud of myself.
Kamehameha!
Now you just need infinite. Is it FP? Infinite FP to be able to.
No, stop!
Well, my mixed physic does give me like 10 seconds of infinite FP.
I think that's that's the hack that I say hack. It's not really hack. It's just like that's the thing that people use and abuse in the game to take down bosses.
Hi, Llama! Bye, Llama!
I just did it. I
What?
put in
No.
infinite FP and increased magic damage whenever you drink it.
Yeah.
What?
And,
I can't get in.
then you
Wait,
do that,
what?
You can take down pretty much any boss, as long as they don't move out of the stream.
Yeah, I'm hoping on it. I'm hoping for it, man. Because I respec into magic and did all this shit because I couldn't fight those two bosses in melee.
Okay.
There we go.
You're trash. The secret is to unequip all your weapons and just go in with fists.
That's
Have you ever
definitely
had
a
that
secret.
happen to you in the middle of combat? I've switched off of my weapon and just started punching
like,
mouths.
fuck.
Words, you're like, I
Yeah.
don't understand. I'm not hitting him.
Yeah. I've had that a few times.
Okay, so Don, and you know Until You Fall, right?
Yes. I
There's-
know of the game, I haven't played it
Yes.
yet.
How you summon your weapons, like you just have your hands, and to summon your weapons, you put like you touch the triggers and it like summons them. And it's right next to like where you grip the controller. So I'm always like summoning my weapons in the middle of combat and trying to like slap people. It's so fucking bad.
You know what the answer to that is, right?
Is the
Hello?
game fun? Is that worth like catching on sale or?
It's I got it like 40% off for $15 and it's alright.
At $15, okay.
It's extremely repetitive. Like
I
you literally
figured.
do the same thing over and over again.
It reminds me of this game.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint right now is that it gives you like a couple levels of like easy guys, and then oh here's a big tough guy, beat him, and you're like oh I died to a big tough guy. Hey, do the fucking 2 easy levels again until you get any amount of practice with the big guy. And it's like, all right, you beat him. Now here's like 2 more easy levels that also include that big guy. And here's another big guy. Oh, you died? Oh, do those 4 or 5 levels and then try to fight that big guy again. And I'm like, oh my god. I want like to be able to challenge the big guy without going through like the intense tedium of doing all the other stuff again.
There's no training mode.
There is a guy in the hub that you can smack around, but I didn't see any way to change his enemy type. And it's also just like you smack him around. I don't think he actually fights you, but I could be wrong. I only played it for 1 day yesterday because today it made my arms extremely sore because I played it a bunch.
So you don't like first-person shooters?
I don't like competitive shooters.
I think you'd really like Returnal.
I have seen it, and it does seem alright.
I think you'd really enjoy it. I really liked it.
But it also does seem kind of repetitive after a certain point.
No, I think it only gets repetitive if you're bad at it.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like I'll probably be bad at it, so you know.
No, I mean it's Metroidvania slash what's that other type of game where you die and come back, die and come back.
Dark Souls.
Roguelite.
Roguelite, yeah. It's Metroidvania. It's got roguelite elements. It's a first-person shooter. It's
like Dead Cells.
Well, third-person shooter. It's not really Souls-like because it's not like there are elements of it because there are bosses that are like very very hard, but it's not at the same time. There's a lot of different like genre mixes in it, but it's a very very good game. I thought it's exceptionally good.
I like roguelites. I don't really like roguelikes all that much because it's just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it's roguelike. It's roguelite.
It depends on it. There's some that are really good.
I think it strikes a fantastic.
Like I saw, I don't know if any of you guys know him, but back when I actually used to watch YouTube gaming stuff, I watched Prod play it a bit, and it looked pretty good.
What did?
Yeah.
Returnal.
Yeah, I mean also like do you like bullet hell type games?
Depends.
I mean that's something this game like has a lot of. Well, I'm sure when you saw the streams, just like there's an insane amount of things flying towards you and you have to like dodge everything.
I'm actually slightly concerned about my computer fucking running it because it hates Elden Ring.
Oh, I think it's well, that's not gonna be a problem because it's PS5 exclusive.
Oh, well then why are you even fucking telling me about this?
Oh, I'm just telling you about like just games you could try. You know, you might have a friend who owns a PlayStation, and you go to his place, and you're like, "Hey, buddy, can I play Returnal?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, cool, you can,
I
you can
gotta
play
put
Returnal."
this out there first that I don't really have friends in real life, so just
Well, you don't really have friends online either, so you know.
Actually, before I started doing Twitch, I didn't really have friends online. I had a couple, but not really. Not like I would talk to you like you guys.
Don't worry, buddy, we're all antisocial here.
Pretty much.
Dude, I literally have no idea.
Hold on.
Friends in real life.
Hold on. Because the people that were in this
Okay.
the guys that like kind of started the Discord were like at least 3 of us knew each other, 3 or 4 of us knew each other in real life for a while, so just like a group of friends.
How rude.
Why?
How rude.
Why you gotta make me jealous like that?
There's some concepts you said there that I didn't quite understand. You use this word real life. I don't quite.
New game. Graphics are pretty good, the gameplay's fucking awful.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I agree. But the tits are. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say they're real, and then I thought about it. Some of them are.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I fell down and I fell on a nose trap.
In my personal experience, all the cocks I've seen are pretty real, so.
Interesting concept for a game. But what would you give it out of 5?
I guess 3 or 4 maybe.
3 or 4. At least so it's at least better than the Blackout Club then.
At least,
Real life? Why are we playing this then?
Yeah, the RNG I got on Spawn in real life was pretty fucking awful, so that might affect my rating.
I can imagine, yeah, the Spore RNG is probably one of the most frustrating things about it.
Yeah, you spawned like Africa. Nah, game over. That was really mean. What the fuck?
That was very mean.
I don't know where you are, Llama, but I got the hell out of there.
I'm trying to get out of there.
Certain places. Listen,
Gonna get the fuck out of here. Oh, pop, 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 pop. Llama set off the gun.
I did. I had to send him running.
You talk about these 4 individuals that started this Discord, and yet I've only ever really spoken to 2 of them. I don't believe the other 2 exist. Are you sure they weren't just things?
Well,
that
technically, only one person started the Discord because it only takes one person to create an account.
4 of them you've known they've been on my Sunday streams because they're the guys that I play with on Sunday.
Oh.
And one of them I met Llama through, which would add the 5th guy to it. But he left. So.
how rude.
Okay. Friends come and go, part of life.
Is that Dave?
No, Aaron.
Yeah, fuck Dave.
Oh, that's
no,
right.
Dave just amps it all the time.
Yeah, Dave has just a life with a
yeah,
job.
Dave just has shit to do.
Yeah.
And plays games that he probably doesn't think we want to play, so, which is fair.
What kind of games does he play?
I'm not sure what he's playing right now. on.
Most of what I've been seeing him play is there you are. Most of what I've been seeing him play is Gladius.
What?
Yeah.
Company of Heroes 2. And
Cookie Clicker.
no, not Cookie Clicker. The one with the dwarves and mining. That doesn't narrow it down. The 4-player
I know
co-op.
what game you're talking about.
Yeah, it does. You, like, in fact,
Wartime?
Deep Rock, yeah.
Yep, there
Yeah,
we go. And Deep Rock Galactic. That's the other one I've been seeing him play.
I have Deep Rock Galactic. It's alright.
It's really repetitive.
I think Deep Rock is something where you have to just, the reward is in the repetition. Like, you liked that mission? Okay, you can do that mission again. You have to kind of like the repetition of it.
See, that's why I don't.
That might be the reward in this game, but I just don't like it.
Roguelikes. It's the same thing over and over again.
I think, to be honest, I think that's like another open world
See, the
game.
thing is with the
Horizon Zero
roguelike
Dawn.
is it depends on the gameplay of the roguelike if it sits with you well. Because I didn't mind Hades. I didn't mind
That's not a roguelike.
Rogue Legacy 2.
Yes, it is. Hades is
Yes, it is.
definitely
Hades is.
Hades is like the pure definition of a roguelike.
No. He's saying it's a roguelike. And I am saying that it's not, it's a roguelite. Because you get upgrades. Roguelikes are completely random every time. Roguelites are permanent upgrades and such.
No.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna have to Google the definition. So I
Fucking
thought,
do that, buddy.
I thought both of them were you still get upgrades.
I didn't know there was that big of a difference.
No, that's what the definition is. Like, light
I didn't know that.
is like a roguelike, but not completely random, so it's light. You know what I mean? There's a big difference. Roguelikes are completely random every time, which I don't enjoy because there's no progress, there's jack shit. You just do it over and over. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, would you look at that? Eternity has taught us all something today, guys.
Yeah.
It's such a little difference. I don't care. The point is, yeah, okay, fine. It's a roguelite.
It's not even a small difference though. It's a different type of game.
It's the difference. You're basically saying like it's the difference between, say, Returnal, where you get some upgrades, versus Risk of Rain, where you don't get, like, when you're dead, you start getting them again.
No, Risk of Rain is roguelite too because you unlock like heroes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, but you unlock heroes, but
I'm
when
a
you start
wizard.
When you start a new game, you are completely like you have no upgrades.
I don't know how you got there though.
Okay, what I'm saying is that
I'm a wizard.
roguelikes are completely random every time. Nothing changes ever, basically.
Well,
Roguelites have
well, if they're random, then everything changes all the time.
JC said hi, Llama.
Oh, tell Stacey I said hi. Or hi, Stacy. I can just say hi to Stacy. I don't know.
You're
Yeah,
trying
you-
to
yeah,
actually
you
have a
can.
conversation, and Shank's just being mean to me.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I am.
Genre.
No. No. Ah.
But yeah, that was my point in a nutshell. Anyways,
Thing is,
so in Rogue Legacy 2, Don, do you get upgrades and stuff, or is it just random every time?
What do you mean?
you get upgrades.
Okay, cool.
Rogue Legacy 2, you get upgrades. Yeah, it's a light.
Yeah, because so I would probably enjoy that.
It's good. It's worth the money, man.
Probably if it's on sale. Check it out. If I don't like it, I'll probably refund it, like I do with a few games every now and then.
I was actually thinking it'd be fun to do a challenge of like a playthrough, like on
Thank you.
stream, like it as a group. You're welcome.
I don't.
And like see who could do it on the less attempts, maybe.
Oh, so like not together, but like separately.
Yeah, separately, just playing to like at the same time, streaming live together.
Oh well,
Just-
we don't stream at the similar enough times. Is the thing.
I know that. I know. It was just an idea.
I would love to, but my schedule's not that.
It's okay. I'll give the idea to Llama.
Wait, what idea?
I kind of got to go to bed earlier because I got.
I'm so dead.
Hello, Strike. Welcome
Hello,
to the
Strike
stream.
Vanis. I don't know what's going on right now, and I don't know what we need to do, but the shape got me. I was just trying to get in the door. Stacy, it didn't work well.
Do I want to go see if I can melt the Valkyrie with magic, or do I want to go see if I can melt Elven Beast with magic? It's a tough choice.
Both.
It's you.
Why not?
Melts everything with magic.
They're both.
Yeah, you walked right up to me.
They're both two-phase fights though, which fucking sucks.
As you.
What'd you say?
Attorney says they're two-phase fights, which suck. I said, as do you. You suck too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I literally can't beat these bosses yet, so I cannot disagree that I.
How can you not beat the like? You're like such a high level. Just go and smack them about a little bit.
Because they're hard.
The first, okay, so in this one, you
Where
gotta
do we
fight
need to go?
one boss, and then it turns into the Elden Beast. And I got to it once,
I don't know.
and it one-shot me. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll just try that again later.
Yeah, but once it turns into the Elden Beast, no, GG no reap. Just fire your laser beams and
See, the thing about that is that, like...
Burn it with fire.
Like, I used all my resources to get through the first fight that time, because I didn't know there was a second boss. And then, to be able to try to get through that fight, while conserving resources to fight the second one, I haven't been able to do yet.
That's the fun of a magic user, though.
I mean, that was the fun of me playing Faith too, because I was trying to conserve my spirit, which pretty much made me win the first fight. Because since it's the same boss battle, you can't resummon your spirit.
why don't you call for help?
Because it's
Throw down a few fingers. You see, loads of people I've been talking to said that. My friend who's playing through it right now, he's like, I'm not even gonna. He's not even using summons. Like no summon. Not even like the.
See,
Like,
I disagree with that because it's a core mechanic literally in the game. Like, I guess
but
you
he's
can say
like,
that for summoning too, though. I don't know.
yeah, he's saying that. Nope. Like, don't care. Not taking any help from anything, anyone. Don't give a fuck. Gonna do it
I don't-
myself.
I feel like that's more like
Where'd you get it?
equipment gear rather than
Uh-huh.
having somebody come in and help you. You know what I mean?
I know. I completely agree.
I think using those NPC summons isn't the same because I feel like almost every boss has a hard counter to those summons. They just get cleaved down.
Oh, 100%. But
You actively have to protect it to keep it alive. Like,
to an extent, but I also think that those summons do give you at least a small amount of time during the fight where the boss
They
is
give you
focusing on
some
the
downtime,
yeah,
so yeah, I agree with you. They do peel the boss's attention.
yeah.
And I'm sure that the bosses are balanced for summons, since they give you the summons like
I don't know.
right out of the gate.
I think they might be, but then like I recall who's the first guy you fight? Godric? Is it Godric? I can't remember his name.
Tree Sentinel is the first guy that I fought.
No, the first guy who's like just before you go into the castle. Not the
Was it Godric or was it something?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, Marguerite.
Margaret. That's
Margate?
it. Margate, whatever his name is. I remember his fight when I summoned the wolves in, and I also summoned the NPC. It made that fight so easy because it was like he just focused on those guys, and I could just pound away at him without.
Really? Because
No.
I summoned when I first got to him, I summoned the same thing. I had the same combination of
want to
summons, and
pound
he kicked my ass for a while.
Why aren't you not?
I had to leave and come back.
Actually, I think I might have summoned the jellyfish, not the wolves.
Oh yeah, I did the wolf, and I did the NPC summon that was there, and he kicked my ass for a while. I left, came back.
Go get yourself Tales of Helios. Whenever you have
Link me where it is.
It's at www.fextralife.com.
He has literally been the best thing I've ever seen in my life. He's super tanky, he has ranged attacks, he teleports, all this stuff.
So, I like the wolves because they help stagger shit really good.
Yeah, I like the wolves.
The wolf stagger change shit really well.
I generally kind of alternate between the wolves and the jelly because the jelly, because it floats, sometimes some enemies just can't get to it.
Yeah, I haven't tried the jellyfish yet.
I like Vital because he distracts stuff and then he lets
Yeah.
me go up in like R2 stuff and stance break and
Like the wolves, when I tried the wolves against the lava worms, like the lava, those things just decimate the wolves because it just puts down a little bit of lava. The wolves just die.
I assume that the charge attack would fucking murder them too.
Yeah.
See, Olog does kind of good against some of those shit. And Olog cleaves like a champ.
Vital does really good against a lot of stuff because he has a great shield. And you're like, just like pew pew pew, and it does like jack shit damage. But
Pew pew pew.
yeah,
Pew,
stuff
pew.
goes to pew.
Pew pew pew.
Strike Vanis said burn it with fire. Magic's too unreliable.
Yep, burn it with fire.
I mean, technically,
I cast
fire is a
magic missile.
Whenever I was trying to help people out, I saw a shitload of people using like the big dragon breath attack incantations. It didn't help them.
Oh
because-
yeah.
Dude, I know I told you, Don, but I tried to help people fight the Elden Lord for like at least like 3 or 4 hours. And
I told you I tried helping people fight Nail and I can't do it.
Only one guy.
I haven't killed him once. Yeah, I haven't killed him once. People cannot
are
handle that shit.
So fucking bad. Like
People
even compared
died
to-
way before me.
Yeah. Like I died a couple times, but 99%.
There was fights I was tanking like Nail and one of the ads, and the person I was helping was still dying, still died.
That's crazy.
You do have to remember the people that are asking for help generally are really struggling with it anyway. So
I
That's
understand.
cut 'em
That's
some, cut 'em some
fair.
slack.
I'm still gonna talk shit though because it was frustrating trying to get some souls. And
But I'm
everybody
saying
sucked
I
at
can
it,
only do so much. You need to help me help you.
honestly. Like at
And the
least
one
just,
thing I ask is don't die.
like stay in the corner, like run in the corner and put your great shield up and fucking sit there. I saw a really interesting guy actually though. He was using, I think it was like a great spear and a great shield, and he was guard countering. But it would also keep his shield up since he was guard countering with a great spear.
Hey, certain spears you could poke with your shield still up.
I'm pretty sure it's all spears.
Oh yeah. Because halberds are the ones that swing after.
I had never seen that before. I'm like, interesting.
Which weapons do you guys use, by the way?
Currently I'm using a katana, a sorcery staff, and a shield.
Which katana?
Moon Veil.
Moonveil.
It-
Okay. Yeah.
Plus 10, it gets B int, B dex, and 50 blood loss.
Well, Strike, to create a phalanx, you need more than one person.
That just
But-
reminds me of the boss in Demon Souls.
I'm using
Or-
the.
What was next?
I've got the Moonveil, but I'm using the. I'm still using the original sword you get, the Utanaga,
Uchi Katana.
Uchi Katana. Yeah.
The Uchi
Which I've-
Katana.
Which I think is now. I think I've got it at plus 12 Sabas, 65 blood loss or something, and it's alright. Stats are pretty good. I can't use the Moonveil. I think I'm like low on. I might be low on faith. I can't remember. I haven't really leveled.
That would be int because it requires.
Okay, it's probably int. Yeah,
23.
actually, yeah, it's int. It's 100% in actually. Yeah.
23
I
int.
haven't leveled. I haven't leveled any of my magic stuff at all.
I have a
Okay.
73 intelligence.
Yeah, I think I've leveled my arcane just because the Uchi needs some level of arcane for the ashes of war I've got attached to it.
You can't put ashes on Moon Veil. It like shoots lasers.
Yeah, I think the premium weapons don't have any kind of things. I picked up one katana which was it kind of creates like you smash it into the ground and it creates like an earthquake around you. I can't remember the name of it.
Let's look at what katanas I have. I have so many fucking weapons.
I'm all about the katanas. I actually like. I don't really give a shit about any other one.
I have the Dragon Scale Blade, which is mostly dex. It shoots ice lightning and wreathes itself in ice. Rivers of Blood, arcane and dex. Does big bloody splashes for its art. Moonveil. Serpent Bone Blade does poison, mostly dex. Double slash. You might be able to actually.
Have you got the meteoric ore?
The meteoric blade is strength, which I am dex intelligence.
So the meteoric ore is supposed to be the second best, and the absolute best is supposed to be the Rivers of Blood.
Or just like plain dex, or what?
I think Rivers of Blood is faith.
Oh, what do you do with a meteoric ore?
River of Blood.
The meteoric ore is the one that basically it smashes it like the katana into the ground, and it just gives you like a massive like kind of AOE damage around you.
I think it depends on what you're trying to build into, because
Yeah,
Rivers
no,
of Blood
completely.
is arcane and dex, and like the Moonveil is int and dex.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure the meteoric blade is strength and intelligence. I don't actually have it.
Let me quickly look. It is strength, dex, intelligence. Yeah.
I'm pretty
So,
sure mainly
is that a blade that was made out of a meteorite?
I
Yeah.
would assume so. Yeah.
It's called the meteoric or katana or blade or something.
Don't wanna die.
And something everyone's been using at the moment online that I've seen is the hand of Millennia. She's like I think one of the final bosses.
Oh yeah, she's the boss that I haven't been able to beat because she heals every time she hits you.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a
Flower.
that blade is a strength and dex blade, and it's insane. Like looking at it, it's insane. Like the special that you do is uncancelable, unstoppable. It just does ludicrous amounts of damage to people. Causes 50 blood loss, and you get health back when you use it.
Yeah,
So-
sounds
Oh,
about
what are you
right
doing,
for
man?
Bitch
Yeah,
ass
it's-
blade.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the place where we're supposed to put the dampeners.
But I guess
Why, what are
that's
you
why
doing?
it's
Doing the actual dampeners.
Well, good for you.
Man,
I'm
James,
getting
I
there.
wish that, I wish that the final tier of upgrade materials weren't limited per playthrough. And if they
Are they?
weren't, yeah, you can only get X number
Wrong way.
of stones per playthrough.
I always thought that like you could just keep going back to the mines and kind of farm them a little bit.
No, okay. So up to excluding the final one, you can find bells where they'll sell you them, but the final ones you can only find. And there's only X of the somber ones and X of the regular ones per new game playthrough. You can like start a new game playthrough, like a cycle, and get some more. But
You don't have to find bells,
So,
right?
this game is
Check
called the
this
Blackout
out.
Club. and it's basically where we're sneaking around and there's people that are sleeping or something to that effect, and we're trying to accomplish different missions. So right now what we're trying to do is put dampeners on these strings.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be talking about Elden Ring and their fucking.
No, we shouldn't.
But it's I mean, I don't mind it too much, but I did have to interrupt because I had that question.
Oh, cool.
It's your fucking stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do know how to get bells, right?
Bells?
Yeah, the bells.
Kill NPCs.
Okay,
Kill-
but my
kill
whole
NPCs,
point
yeah.
was that the final upgrade material that you need for plus 10 and plus 25 is non-farmable. You get X
yeah.
per playthrough.
Damn.
Llama, have you put a single one of these dampeners down?
Hey, you know what? I have not yet.
Okay,
But-
I'm gonna save that one for you. Just don't die, okay? And don't miss the thing you're supposed to be. Oh, you shocked a guy. Man.
Just makes me sad because it like limits the amount of stuff I can play around with, you know?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, as you say, it's there to kind of as an artificial limiter to make sure you can't just make a super generic build. And make yourself really powerful.
Fuck that. This is like a 100+ hour game. Let me do whatever I want. I don't want to play it again. You know?
I'm sure there'd be people that probably play it
Well, if you're on multiple
They're coming for you.
resources, you're gonna play it again.
multiple runs of hundreds of hours.
I'll just wait until the cheat engine comes out and fucking get myself a bunch.
G Engine they've already got stuff for it.
Okay, fair enough. I haven't
It's
checked.
just you can't. It's just I think it's got you have to run it offline because I think it uses an anti-cheat system that only is activated when the game is online. So if you run the game offline, then you can basically run any of the cheats out of G Engine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure if I ever feel the need, I can look into it and get it all done.
I just
Are you chasing it? Are you getting chased by a shape?
Apparently, even though it didn't show the it doesn't show the indicator, but yeah, it looks like it.
Llama, have you placed a single dampener down?
I have not, but I went a different way than you did, and so I was working my way through.
I think
Calm
it's
down.
because you fell. I'm calm. I put the dampener for you, okay, sir? I'm gonna head to the next objective. Please don't get caught.
Nope. Yeah,
Looks like you got caught.
I got caught multiple times for multiple different ways.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
It happens though. I'll try and get you. I need to dodge this camera though.
Okay, Llama, that time I definitely heard it twice.
You did.
Yeah, that time I definitely heard it twice.
John Cena.
I don't know why it would be echoing.
Because it wouldn't be a leisure stream without some form of sound issues.
Of course.
That's rough, man.
Leisure Llama got those issues. Those sound issues.
Everything that can go
You're
wrong
really-
will.
Man uses
You're
banana.
very far from me.
Did you upgrade from banana? Or do you still use banana?
I still use banana. Yep.
That's why you got all those issues, man. You got to get rid of that banana.
No, this one I don't think is caused by banana. Besides, my banana is fine.
I think your banana's got issues, bro.
No. My banana works perfectly fine.
Jovi, he's had the same banana for many moons.
To be fair, I've had the same banana for 34 years.
I'm just saying, the man's got a moldy banana. I'm pretty sure that's what's causing his audio issues.
It's not a
Mine's definitely
moldy
brown and
banana.
bruised.
I don't know.
It might be a little bit black, but
I'm not
That's-
showing you
it's
my
okay.
banana. Don't ask again.
You showed me your banana, and it didn't look right. It definitely didn't look right. So
Wait, who showed you their banana?
you showed me the banana. You showed me your banana. And I told you it didn't look right. I told you to make changes.
Strike told you your banana's insufficient.
Oh, yeah, my banana is insufficient. It's flawed in every way. Oh, okay.
Going back to a previous comment, I would say you should burn your banana with fire because magic is too unreliable.
I'm not burning my banana with fire. That sounds like it would hurt.
Or create shadow clones.
Create shadow clones of your banana? Multiple
I would
bananas?
consider shadow cloning because you could fuck the shit out of a girl with 2 additional bananas.
2? Only 2?
I have 1. That's 3. How many holes does she have?
The real question is how many bananas could she fit in each hole?
I don't
It's
know.
too much for me, man.
I still don't think I'd be comfortable with that. I wouldn't be
Comfortable
comfortable
with what?
shadow
Just
cloning
fill-
myself.
Shadow cloning your bananas?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable with that.
Well,
Mama,
what would
are you
happen
gonna
after you
actively
shadow clone?
Make your way towards me?
No, I can't control my character.
Oh my god, will you do something productive
And
instead of getting caught by the shape?
You know what? You know
Yes, sir.
what?
No, Llama, don't take this
Oh.
abuse.
I was able to do that other objective way better than you were able to do. So we can just calm down on this rather than...
I'm calm. Why are you running?
I don't know.
Why are
I
you
can't control
sliding
my
down?
character.
Oh my god, your character sucks.
She seems to be a little bit whiny.
She is whiny. Gonna make me break my legs trying to get to her.
Llama.
She set off those shitty ass sound alarms.
No, she doesn't set off the sound alarms. Now she's down at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. She's crying and calling attention to me.
There's nobody over there.
Gotcha, bitch.
There we go. Oh my god, look out, right behind you.
Why, Llama? Can we do something? Can we get the fuck out of here, please?
Let's get out of here. Wait, where
Okay,
are we
lead
going?
the
Are we
way.
going this way?
I don't know. Sure. Okay, that guy's chasing you. Don't run into him. Okay, just shock him and go.
Yep, yep.
Zap him and go.
Wham bam, thank you, that's a dead end.
Wham bam, thank you, that's a dead end.
Yep. Nope, that's also a dead end. I need a bandage.
Oh. Good play. Are they coming back?
I don't think so.
Add a couple sleep darts. Sleep.
Good. Alright, so we gotta go get this bucket?
Yeah, we need to get out of the cave because it's up above. I don't know if I want to climb up this hole because there's that light there.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the one that you were fucking with, man.
No, I wandered over here.
No, like when you were an NPC, yeah, that wandered
Oh,
over.
yeah.
You were like climbing up and down this ladder here.
Yep. Oh, don't get caught.
I'm going here.
These sound traps are everywhere.
We gotta jet out that door, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
You're good.
Shape is after me.
Just run, just run.
I'm going, I'm
Villagers
going.
asleep. What the hell, ladder?
Wait, do we have eggs? Or do we have to go get eggs?
We have to pick them out from the buckets. I'm out of sleep darts, by the way, so... we just gotta egg how many of these dudes?
3.
Hide now.
2 now.
Prove that you're back, Strike Fanus.
Wait,
Llama
what?
Not Llama. Jank said Pixar didn't happen.
So what didn't happen?
I'm done.
Wait, Pixel, what didn't happen?
The Strike Fanus didn't return. He's not back.
Pretty sure he's not back.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's back.
I'm pretty sure he's not back. Yeah, how do we know that's the real Strike Vanis? Why don't you post something that only the real Strike Vanis would know?
Wow, did you get killed by the shape?
Yeah.
I didn't
GG.
realize that. When did that happen? Because the shape came up and just grabbed me.
It was like a moment. Yep. In very much danger. Yeah, it was basically right before you got.
Wow, what a redonkulous mission. Hey,
Yeah.
I have this crazy idea, Llama. Just hear
What
me
was
out,
that?
okay?
What was that? What's that? This idea.
I have this idea that we should just go play HOTS.
I actually agree. I think that we should just go play HOTS.
What about
Okay.
Blackout fans?
We gave them a good 2 hours.
I'm just kidding. Nobody likes that game.
Wait, nobody
No,
likes
we
which
had a
game?
viewer. We had a viewer that came through and seemed to know a lot about this game.
Yeah.
Well, apologies to said viewer
They were a cool person.
for their poor taste in games. I mean, for my comments.
I plead the fifth.
I was a cool person once.
And you took an arrow to the knee?
No, I'm still a cool person. No arrow.
Okay.
I think that's subjective.
I mean, if you took an arrow to the knee, would you still be a cool person?
You just be a cool crippled person.
Is this one of those questions of like, hey doctor, can I ever play the piano again? It's like,
Ever be
yeah,
cool?
I don't see why not. It's like, cool, I couldn't play the piano before.
Never playing the piano again.
Should be kind of cool to play a piano, honestly.
Play one.
What?
Play one.
It's not that difficult.
I don't have a piano, and I don't have lessons to learn how to play the piano.
You don't need
Well,
lessons.
money can
Just
solve both of those.
also just smash the keys. Technically, you're playing. You're not playing well, but you are playing.
This is true. This is true.
Is it though?
Yeah.
And I think
You
a
know what
triangle is a
solves
nice
those
shape.
problems, Llama?
What was that?
I'm gonna bring this full circle. You know what solves those problems? Bitcoin.
Thick. Oh, yes. Yep. Definitely.
No. Crypto definitely doesn't solve this problem.
Oh, it does.
It would
it
allow
does.
him to buy
What is the price of Bitcoin these days?
and a piano.
I think last I looked at it was
Enough to-
42,000.
Enough to buy a piano and some lessons.
42,852 based off of the quick spot on my phone.
So still on a relatively low.
Yeah, I think it
Relatively
up from
low.
the dip that it was at, but yeah, it hasn't hit that high it did of like 64, 65, whatever that shit was.
Yeah, I'm only up a couple 100% on it.
Llama told me that he was going to support me once his crypto took off.
Wait, what? I don't. I said what?
Oh, are you gonna be one of his sister wives?
I mean, if he supported me, I'd be down.
Wait, what's this? I don't even know what a sister wife is, but I don't think I said that I was going to support you. So,
It was when you were drunk.
no.
I remember this.
But no, I did not.
What is a sister wife?
I also don't know what a sister wife is. Look in the suggestions. Okay, I'll look in the suggestions.
So the term sister wife is pretty much like it relates to like Mormon families primarily, or like multi polygamous males. So a male that has like multiple wives. Usually the wives consider themselves sister wives to each other. Sisters. That's kind of what the term is.
Huh. Chess Evolved Online. Okay, I don't know if we're ever going to be playing Chess Evolved Online. Just throwing that out
What
there.
is Chess Evolved Online?
It's chess evolved, but not in person.
Chess, CHESS. Is that what he said?
Yeah, Chess Evolved Online. Chess, but it has over 500 unique pieces with added abilities, rules, and effects.
Too much, man. I'd just rather play chess.
Yeah. I think that a housewife is something different. A housewife is just a wife that stays at home, right?
Yeah.
I would consider that. Her primary job is upkeep of the house and the family. I don't know why people look down on that.
Because people are idiots.
Is it too nerdy for you? No. No, it's not too nerdy for me.
So you like
I
a white
play your
hair?
PvP. Alright, I'm
Wait, sorry, was that
gonna
your turn?
drop the stream just for a second and relaunch it. I'll be back.
Yeah, actually, same here. Un
Can't
momento.
find- Goddamn